Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Play on GAA. My name is Seamus Brady and this is my roundup of the Division 3 action from round 4 in the Alliance Football Leagues 2022. We're starting with the Leash versus Antrim game. It finished in a draw, 1-8 each. I think, could you look at this? Both sides realistically could have won. Both sides would be potentially happy with the point. It's a hard one to tell. Obviously, Antrim going away from home, getting a point against Leash. They won't be too disappointed with that. Some highlights from the game. Paddy McAleer hit a lovely point to make it 3 points to 2 in favour of Antrim. And then Aughrim Eastwood hit a goal straight after. Lovely move by Antrim. Well set up for him, and he buried it in the back of the net. Fantastic goal from him. Antrim will be very disappointed, though, with the way they conceded the goal to Leash. I mean, it was a floated free in by Gary Walsh. Evan O'Carroll got his fist to it, back of the net. They'd be a bit disappointed with how that went in. It happens to the best of us, though. And yeah, that was a massive moment for Leash. One of the things that I didn't understand, Gary Walsh hit a free in the second half. It was over the bar, and then it wasn't. The linesman kind of called the referee's attention, and it was changed to a wide. And obviously, with this being a draw and with the fight for promotion being so tight in Division 3, Division 3 is the tightest division out of all four. Like, that could be huge. Like, imagine if Leash missed out on promotion because of that point being changed to a wide. I mean, these are the fine margins. It looked like they were going to get the victory at the end. Matthew Byron, that's the son of all-star goalkeeper Fergal Byron, he kicked a free over from distance, and that looked to have, given Leash the victory. But then a last-minute Ryan Murray point snatched the draw for Antrim. So probably Antrim would be the happier out of the two that they got the draw, because obviously they were in the last minute behind. But I think both sides realistically would be disappointed that they didn't win in the bigger picture and the bigger scheme of things, especially Leash with the Walsh free being disallowed, as I mentioned. Moving on from that game, Wicklow against Limerick. It finished Limerick 1-14, Wicklow 1-9. Limerick bouncing back after their defeat to Louth. Josh Ryan hit a goal and 4 for them. Hugh Burke hit 4 points from play. Again, key players for them. Ian Corbett at centre-back. Again, fantastic. Wicklow now would be a bit nervous for them. I mean, Owen Darcy hit the goal for them in the first half, and Mark Jackson's frees throughout were absolutely vital for them. Mark Kenny doing the business for them as well. Limerick were 1-8 to 1-3 up at half time. That was just too much of a lead for Wicklow to pull back. Obviously, it finished 6 points each in the second half, but Limerick's lead that they'd built up in the first half was enough for them. So the promotion charge is still on for Limerick. Billy Lee's side still looking oiled and well drilled. Wicklow now staring down the barrel of relegation. Colin Kelly's side, they fought well in all of their games. I mean, they snatched that draw against Fermanagh. They've yet to get over the line for a win, and it's not looking great for them now. They've got 3 games left to save themselves. I wish them all the best, because I really liked, the momentum that they had, getting up to Division 3 in 2020 and then beating Cavan in the relegation playoff to stay up. I think that was one of the stories of 2021. So I wish them all the best. And then one of the results that really stood out to me, Louth, I didn't expect them to beat Limerick last week. I certainly didn't expect them to beat Westmead this week, but they did. 115 to 113, they win by 11 frees converted by Sam Mulroy. I mean, they only had 4 other scorers. Conor Grimes got the goal on 43 minutes. Kieran Byrne came off the bench to hit 2 points. The ex-AFL player is now massive for them, especially his impact around the middle is huge. Ryan Burns and Tom Jackson chipped in with the other 2 points for Louth. But both those sides were at this business of relying on one player hugely. Westmead relied so heavily on John Heslin. He hit 110, 7 frees, 1 3 from play. Heslin is an elite Gaelic footballer. The other 2, Sam McCartan chipped in with 2 points and Alex Gardner got a point. Sam McCartan looked really good at the back, but it wasn't enough for Westmead. Louth had a late win. Westmead pulled back a big enough Louth lead that seemed to really take the steam out of them. Then somehow once they drew level, they didn't manage to kick on to win the game, and Louth got over the line for another very impressive victory. I mean, Mulroy, the accuracy and the conversion rate is unbelievable. To hit 11 frees is fantastic from him. And yeah, Louth, are they starting to look at promotion now? I mean, potential dark horses for it, yeah. Fermanagh bounced back 3-11 to 110. They beat Longford. Longford looking a bit in the mud, to be honest. They're staring at relegation as well. Billy O'Loughlin's first season in charge of Longford isn't going as he would have liked. At half time, They were 8 points to 3 up. Jason Matthews hit a nice point. They had the breeze in the first half. They played well with it. Jason Matthews, as I mentioned, his nice point had them going in 5 points clear at half time. But a red card to Mickey Quinn definitely took the wheels off the wagon for Longford. I mean, it looked pretty harsh, to be honest, that Quinn got sent off straight red, bit harsh. But in the second half, you can't argue with just how good Fermanagh were. The Jones brothers, Ryan and Conor, were both fantastic. Sean Quigley was their talisman. 2 second half goals from him. The other one coming deep in stoppage time from Garvin Jones, and Fermanagh are victorious. This division it's so close. I mean, it's really, really hard to tell who's going to go up. I mean, obviously at the start, I was saying Limerick were my team. But like looking at it, it's so hard to tell. They're all taking points off each other. It's so hard to tell who's actually going to go up. But it will be fascinating to see how it does unfold. And be interesting to look at my table, my predictions at the end of the league, and see just how far off the mark I was with this division. We said it was the tightest division out of the 4, and it is definitely proving to be. Guys, that is my roundup of the Division 3 action. Keep an eye out for all the other content here across Play On GAA. And until next one, guys, take care.